Alright, good morning. I did not get enough sleep last night. I stayed out too late, so my brain is not working in top shape this morning, but we'll see if I can do this anyway. And I'm not capable of sleeping in, so otherwise, that's why I didn't sleep in. Alright, day 3. One elf has the important job of loading all the rucksacks with supplies for the jungle journey. Unfortunately, that elf didn't quite follow the packing instructions, so a few items need to be rearranged. Each rucksack has 2 large compartments. All items of a given type are meant to go in exactly one of the 2 compartments. Those did the packing failed to follow that rule for stacking 1 item per rucksack. So we have a list of all the items, but they need help finding the errors. Every item is identified by a single upper or lowercase letter. The list of items is given as characters all on a single line. A given rucksack always has the same number of items into its 2 compartments. To the first half of the compartments, items the first, second. So give these. First rucksack contains line type that appears in both compartments lowercase p. Second rucksack's compartment that item type priority. Lowercase items A through Z have priorities 27 through 52. The priority of the item type appears in both compartments is 16. Find the item type that appears in both compartments of each rucksack. What is the sum of the priorities of those item types? Okay, so this is I'm going to show you a trick. From string import ASCII lowercase, ASCII uppercase. Okay, and then priority is 1 through 52. So let's say cars equals none. That's 0 plus ASCII lowercase plus ASCII uppercase. No, def priority C, which is a string which goes to an int. Alright, let me do it this way. It's unhappy that I have a string or a none there. Because it is not a list, it is a, there you go. No, but I'll put a period in the first, that will do it. Return cars dot index of C. Okay, and so let's say assert that priority of A equals 1 and assert priority of L equals 38. Okay, so let us run that. Okay, so I did that right. And now the other part is find the item type that appears in both compartments of a rucksack. And so find duplicate rucksack, which is a string, and is going to return a string, which is really a car. Okay, and so so first we need to find the length of the rucksack. Okay, compartment 1 equals rucksack up to n over 2. Okay, compartment 2 equals rucksack. I believe that's good. And let's say I want to return, or let's say intersection equals, do it. There you go. Assert line of intersection equals 1, and then I want to return intersection dot pop. Does that work? I actually I didn't know you could do that, so that's cool. Conda activates advent, not conda, I don't have conda on this machine. I have pyenv activates advent 2022 IPython. Let's say s equals ab s dot pop s dot. Cool. I actually didn't know you could do that. But that's like smarter than what I'd have done. And then key or pop from set. All right. And so let's get these raw rucksacks and make sure that that works. Let's say rucksacks equals raw.strip.split on new lines. This should be triple quotes. And what do we call this? We want to assert that sum of priority find duplicate rucksack for rucksack in big rucksacks equals 157. So let's run this and see if it is right. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so that's right. So now I need to get my puzzle inputs and let us make a day03.text. And now let's say rucksacks equals open day03.text. I know I'm not using context manager, that's okay. Dot read dot strip dot split new line, print sum of priority find duplicate rucksack and rucksacks. Okay, and I did not use a parentheses, which I should have. Okay, and somehow it deleted my. Okay, so let's run that. 7826. Well, what happened? Oh, I must have hit Shift Enter by accident. Part 2. As you finish identifying the misplaced items, also going to do another issue. For safety, that was divided in groups of 3. Each elf carries a badge that identifies their group. For efficiency, within each group of 3 elves, the badge is the only type of item carried by all 3 elves. That is, if a group's badge is item type B, then all 3 elves will have item type B somewhere in the rucksack. Problem is, and at most 2 of the elves will be carrying any other item type. Problem since when provided with this year's updated authenticity sticker, all the badges need to be pulled out of the rucksacks, a new authenticity sticker. Additionally, nobody wrote which type corresponds to each group's badges. The only way to tell which type is the right one is finding the one item type that is common between all 3 elves in the group. Each set of 3 lines, but each group can have a different badge item type. First group's rucksacks are the first 3 lines. Second group's rucksacks. The first group, the item type that appears in all 3 rucksacks is lowercase r, so be their badges. In the first group. So we need to group this into groups of 3. And then again take the intersections. Okay. So now let's say def groups of 3, which is rucksacks, which is a list of strings, and is going to return a list of strings. No, this is not right. So what I want to return is, there's probably a more clever way to do this, but I don't feel like being clever. Rucksack I to I plus 3, rucksacks I to I plus 3. For I in range 0 and rucksacks 3. Okay, that's good, right? And def find duplicate in group. The first one was good. Duplicate in group. What's it? rucksack group to string. And this is actually not what I want. And I want to say items equals set rucksack group 0 for rucksack and rucksack group 1 items and equal set rucksack. That's right. And then I want to assert that len of items equals 1, and then I want to return items.pop. Okay, so that seems good. And now what I want to do is assert that sum of, I think it's priority of find duplicate in group for group and groups of 3 rucksacks, that seems right, equals, and they're saying it's 70. So let's run that and see if that tests. It does. Okay. So now some of the priorities of those item types, and now print sum sum of priority of find duplicate in group. I can't see what it's saying because it's on for. That seems right. So print. So let's just format this nicer. Priority of find duplicate in group for group groups of 3 rucksacks. Okay. So let's run this. 2577. That's the right answer. 1 gold star. Alright, so what was interesting here? So one thing was just writing this priority function this way because this ASCII lowercase and ASCII uppercase are clever things to have around. They're just what they sound like. So once you add them together and stick like a 0 character that in, then lowercase a will be in position 1, lowercase e will be in position 26, capital A will be in position 27, so on and so forth, and they can just get the priority that way. So that's nice. Finding duplicates is just split it in half and use sets. This set.pop is a clever idea that I felt like had to be there, but I wouldn't have thought of myself. And then there's probably some itertools way to do the sliding groups of 3, or to do the groups of 3, but I don't care. I just did it this way. It was easy and it worked. So that's that. Now I can get my coffee and good morning, everyone. And I guess I'll do this again tomorrow. All right, cool. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.